So hi guys, this is George, just me George, and today review, it's all about cars. And for today, we have such an interesting type of vehicle, and this one is called Puch or Puch. I don't know how to pronounce it. And the model is actually Halflinger, and this one means mountain horse. So this one was made in Austria, specifically for the Swiss Army, and also it has a 700cc and also 2-cylinder, and it's air-cooled. And let's just look at the steering compartment and just everything. So it has 4 gears. That is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we have the reverse, and also we have the steering wheel. And so we have these Porsche, and it's not the 911. This one is the 924. It has a 2-liter engine. That is the Audi engine from the Audi family. And let's just look at the back. It's a Porsche when it has these huge and massive glass at the back, and it's just, good. So when it comes to this guy, I'm pretty sure it's familiar. This is the Mercedes Ponton 220, and it has 2.2 liters and also 6-cylinder. And this was a model for the 1955, if I'm not wrong. So it has a 6-cylinder?
Yes, straight
6-cylinder engine, and also 2.2 liters, right? Yeah, and we have that Mercedes grille and also the logo and everything, and it's just such a neat car. We have another class of Mercedes that is 250 SL. And when it comes to the 250, 230 SL, it's none other than the Pagoda. So this one has a 6-cylinder engine and also 2.5 liters, and this one had a special feature that is a fuel injection compared to the other one. And it also has this soft top, though it had 2 options: either you have the soft top or the hard top. But now for this Pagoda, it just has this soft top. And also one fun or cool feature, it has only one side mirror. Back in the days, that was a trendy feature or class just for the sports car. And also it's a 2-seater sports car. And Mercedes Pagoda. That's all for this car. So then we have this beast. It's a Mercedes-Benz, but not just a Mercedes-Benz. It's the 1959 Mercedes 300D, and it's commonly known as the Adenauer. And the reason why it's called Adenauer, the German Chancellor, by then, who was called Konrad Adenauer, really loved these Mercedes. And do you want to know the main reason why? There is a special feature in this Mercedes-Benz, and by then it was even more expensive than a Rolls-Royce. So that one tells you how much this machine was, or a hot cake, or something of the sort. So let me just show you that special feature of this Mercedes Adenauer. When you look at it from this side, you can see we have this panel, and it has a special feature which is a hard top. So you can actually remove all these glasses or all this panel and have a very, very cool open hard top. So let me just show you. Look at that. So all these panels have been removed, and that's why the German Chancellor Konrad Adenauer really liked it, and it was actually named after him. So that is the Mercedes-Benz, and look at those seats. It's leather, and it's such a class. Imagine just cruising with this type of car I mean, that's why it was even more expensive than the Rolls Royce back in the days. Remember, this is the 1959 model, and it's just something of a kind, you know? So well, this is the supercar of the 1930s, and it's called Lagonda, and it was made in the 1934, and it has a 4.5 liter and a 6-cylinder engine, and I mean, this is just such a classic car. Look at that front grille and the Lagonda emblem and everything, and it's just the beast. I mean, look at that aggressiveness, and that's how it looks like. And look at that soft top, and just how cool it is. It's majestic. This is the kind of a car whereby when you go to the roads, I mean, picture this in 1930s. You have this massive car. Then when you go to the road, I mean, it just speaks for itself, and that's why it was considered to be the supercar of the 1930s. Lagonda, such a beauty. Just love it. Look at that front grille with the Lagonda emblem on it. So, yeah. And this baby right here is the Mercedes-Benz 350 SLC, and it has a V8 engine and 3.5 liters engine also. And it was one of the cars to have the fuel electric injection. I think I'm saying it right. Then right here we have the 230S Mercedes, and it's a V8, and it's just awesome. Look at those headlights, just one of a kind. And the seats are just made out of leather, and it's in spick and span condition. And the reason why it's called fintail, it's because of these fin-like tail. Yeah, that's the reason why it's called fintail. And this one was actually built by car distributors in East London and assembled in South Africa, and it's just one of a kind. Look at that. And this baby looks like we're just having lots of Mercedes-Benz. Is a 280 SE, and it has 26,000 kilometers. That is the mileage. That means, I mean, it's in really good condition, and also it still has its factory paint. It has never been painted, so it came out of the factory like this, and this paint is actually Sahara yellow, so which means this one is just one of a kind, and one of the special ones when it comes to vintage cars. Now that we're done with this baby, we are back to this baby, and this one is the Mercedes W116. It has 6.9 liters, and it has a massive V8 engine, and by then it was considered to be the world's fastest 4-door saloon car. So I mean, this is just something which is unique to be considered to be one of the world's fastest 4-door saloon car in the world. So I mean, yeah, and that's what Mercedes does. I mean, just being ahead of the others. So yeah, when it comes to cars and also manufacturing and also just revolutionizing the car industry, yeah. So that's Mercedes W116. So this baby here looks like she's misplaced. It's actually a Fiat 500. It has two-cylinder and it's air-cooled 500 cc. And right beside here we have this six-cylinder Mercedes W111. It's a two-door compared to those other four-door Mercedes Benz that I've been reviewing. And it has, is it six-cylinder? Yeah, six-cylinder, and also it has 6.9 liters. So that is something quite good as far as Mercedes-Benz is concerned. And you remember I talked about the fintail. So this is in the same category with the Mercedes fintail, but it's only that the engine capacity is a little bit less, and also when it comes to the doors, this one is two-door, and the Mercedes fintail has only two doors. So yeah. So this is the Land Rover, as you can see, but it's the 2 Series, and other than that, it's one in its class back at Concours de la Gans, and it's KDW. You may not know, but the KD stands for Kisumu Dala. It was actually registered in Kisumu. So yeah, Land Rover 2 Series. My mind is so much on the Mercedes. I've been reviewing a lot of Mercedes here. So everything that is running through my mind is just Mercedes. So this is the Land Rover Series 2, and it's fully restored. And as I said earlier on, it won in its category in the Concours de la Gans. Not once, but twice. So it's such a unique car. So now this is the Mercedes 190 SL, and it has 4 cylinders and 1.9 liters, and it has open top. I think it qualifies as a convertible, and it's just unique. Look at that steering wheel, and yeah. Looks like today we are in the mood of just Mercedes. We are almost getting done, but we have one special car. Of course it's a Mercedes, but don't get me wrong, this is the Mercedes W126 300 SEL, and the special thing about this Mercedes, it belonged to the late president of Kenya, that is Kibaki. And the L in this car, it stands for long wheelbase. So it's one of those cars which are really long, the kind where presidents use. And I just want to show you one special feature, because it belonged to the late president, and you don't come across such kind of cars just anyhowly. Yeah. So for any presidential car, they need to have that place where you need to put the presidential flag, or the flag of Kenya. So that's where President Kibaki used to put his flag, his people or personnel. Yeah. And also another special feature, look at those. Have you ever seen a Mercedes-Benz with wipers for its headlight? So it's just something which is really cool. It has wipers on both sides, and as I said earlier on, it's a long wheelbase, and it's very long. Yeah. So there goes the Mercedes W126. So when you look at this car, if you don't know about it, then definitely you just have to go back and watch my previous video. Yeah. So this is a Citroen 1955 model Slough. Yeah, it was made in Slough, England. And this, it's actually revolutionized the car industry, because it was the first car to have a front-wheel drive. and in French, I mean, it means traction, yeah, traction avant. So yeah, and also it won in its category at the Concours d'Elegance. So yeah, if you haven't watched my previous video on specifically highlights on this car, kindly go back and watch. And remember to like, subscribe, and share. I've actually never seen a car like this, and this is the Cobra. I just know it's from South Africa, and it has been written backdraft racing, and it's such an interesting car. And when you look at the exhaust, is on its right hand side. Yeah. Such a muscle car, my goodness. Yeah.